Yes, yeah. Heroes is back to do an underrated K-pop artist slash group video. I've seen a few of these, and some I agree with, and some I don't agree with. But to me, my opinion, these are some very underrated K-pop groups. The first one, for me, is very good. That is obvious. Very good was a 5-member group, and then 3 of the members got moved to a different group and were replaced with 3 new ones, so it was still 5, and then one of the members' sisters joined in for the name of the song was the Don't Believe comeback, and it was 6 since then. I have heard that one of the members has left, which is unfortunate, but it's something that she wanted to do to branch out as an artist, which I can respect that. And in fact, it was not the sister, but the original girl that was in the group. So they're back down to a 5-member group. I don't know if they're going to bring in somebody else to make it a 6-member group again. I feel like when it was 6, everybody balanced each other out really well. But it just depends. Second group for me, and this is one that I could go off on a rant about, but I'm going to try not to. Purples. If you guys know Kpop, he did a music video / music analysis review video for all 3 of Purple's that have come out, so the debut and then the 2 comebacks. He also did an interview with them, which I'll see if I can find that video, and if I can, I'll link it below, because he actually writes his questions out in Korean so that the Korean viewers can see it, but then Purple's answers are in English for the English viewers, which I really appreciated. But yeah, sadly, after 3 years only of being in the Korean market, the company decided to disband the group. Now, I feel like Crescendo Music made a massive mistake. If you know Purples, then you know about their really amazing harmonies with each other. You know that they have put so much effort into vocals, into choreography. So to me, it just seems like a waste. But Korean pop music market is very cutthroat. And after Purples, I feel like an extremely underrated group is 2X. I know some of you might know that group, some of you might not. I'm about to pull up a picture so that you guys can see them. But to me, they're pretty underrated. Like, to the point where if I mention this group to my friends, they're like, who's that group? I'm just like... And I actually found out about them through Kpop Entertainment, because they had put them in an underrated K-pop video. trying to get it where it will zoom in on, but that's about the best that I can do. They look like this, and they have, since recently, sorry if you hear that buzzing, that's my computer. They have recently added a 5th member. Or go back to normal, please. And I actually first discovered them through the song screenshot that I just showed you guys. And overall, I really do like the group a lot. I find it was formed by J-Tune Camp in 2012. And to me, they are just incredibly underrated. And the song was called Over. So, for 4th group, this is more personal opinion. I know technically, if you looked at them from like album sale point, they weren't really. But to me, another underrated group is Dalshabet. Now, Woohee, Sari were in the project that they had called The Unit, where members from different groups would come together to form a new K-pop group for, I think it was a full year, maybe a year and a half, but I'm pretty sure it was a full year. And Sari didn't end up making it to the final cut, but Woohee did. So you might know who Woohee is based off of that. Now, I personally loved Shabet. Subin is my bias. Always has been, always will. I've just loved Subin. But I also loved Sari as well. Like, it was like Subin and Sari, and then right behind them, my bias record, Woohee, which is coming in. So, I hate that the group, disbanded like they did, but because it was originally, I think, 6 or 7 members. I want to say 6. Then it got cut to 4 for the Somebody Like You comeback. And then they announced their disbandment following the Friday, Saturday, Sunday comeback. So, I mean, again, I know the industry is super cutthroat, and if you don't make the best album sales, then you're gonna get the boot, but I just feel like they were done dirty. Honestly, I feel like they were done dirty. And I really wish that they could have stayed around, personally, but what are you gonna do? I'm trying to remember the name of the other one. There's one in particular that my mind is going to, but I can't. It's just not coming to me, which is annoying. D-Holic, that's who it was. They had a song come out called Color Me Rad. And they originally had one out called Chewy, I think. I think that's what it was called. But I remember Color Me Rad specifically because, it was the one that caught my attention. Now, I know some people are going to be kind of 50-50 on this one, but I feel like they weren't even really given a chance to do what they could in the industry. Like, I think they did a debut, or Chewy might have been their debut, and then it went to Color Me Rad. And Color Me Rad was really good. A lot of people give one of the members flag for wearing a shirt that says "Keep Calm and Herb Derp," but a lot of K-pop or Korean stylists don't know what the phrases mean because they don't read English, so. And then one of the last ones, I'm actually going to look in my personal list on iTunes for actually I have two more because there's one more that I just thought of. The first one that I was going to mention was the group Secret. Now, Secret had Hyosung, Jin, Hana, and I forget the fourth member. I apologize if she's your bias, but I forgot her name. And they disbanded sometime last year. It might have been the year before now at this point. I personally feel like the record label did them dirty. I feel like, give. This is a Tree Entertainment, I'm pretty sure, something like that. But I'm pretty sure that if they did them dirty, they were basically not paying them for their usual cut for performing, for doing the songs, everything. They didn't give them the right pay cut. They found out that the company had been holding back quite a bit of money from them. So it ended up in a lawsuit and the group split. So I believe Hana is still the only one under the record label, but one went to full-time acting, and then Jin and Hyosung, I guess, are looking for another label to go under, or if not, then they're just doing their own things. But my bias in Secret was Hyosung, so kind of sucked that they did it wrong like that. I wish they hadn't, but some labels are like that, I guess. And the last one, which this one's probably going to be very obvious for some of you, if you know me, VIX. Now, I know VIX is not as underrated as they've been in the past, but personally, I feel like VIX is extremely underrated. Their vocals are good. The fact that they fully commit to whatever comeback that they're doing, whatever concept it is, they will 100% fully commit to pulling off that concept. That says a lot, honestly, because it shows like their growth as artists, as well as just willing to do whatever concept is necessary for the good of the company, which they're under Jellyfish Entertainment, who also have, I think it's Jujudon, and then Very Very is the newest group. But yeah, Vicks is definitely in my top 10. Probably like my top 6. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below some groups that you think are underrated, and if you agree with some of my picks. I know you won't necessarily agree with all of my picks, but with some of them, I'm very curious to know your guys' opinions. And with that, I will talk to you guys soon in another video at another time. Bye, roses. Annyeong.